Hi guys, welcome to my channel or welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about when I got diagnosed with autism, which I am 35 and I have spent my whole life thinking that I'm just weird basically and I'm not like anybody else. You know what, right? I never ever give autism a second thought. When I got diagnosed with borderline personality disorder, I thought, do you know what? I knew there was something wrong, and because they'd finally given me a label, and I just accepted it and thought, right, that's it. And as time's gone on, I'm like, no, it's not right. Like, yeah, I might suffer with that, but that's not it. Like, I feel like there's something else going on. I know there's something else going on. You know yourself, don't you? And I've struggled since I've been a child. So I've read that borderline personality disorder gets brought on by trauma, you know, and things like that. And I'm like, I've struggled since I've been in primary school. It was such a relief to get a diagnosis, and I won't lie, it's not all about just getting a label. It isn't. It's about understanding yourself, and at the time it was like, I just need help. I cannot cope with life whatsoever, and I need someone to help me. But as years have gone on, it's been like nearly 7 years now I've been like diagnosed with BPD, and I'm like, no, come on, there's something else going on here, guys. Ever since I was at primary school, I think I was about 8 years old, I remember wanting to die. I physically wanted to die. Like, life was too much pressure for me. Being in school, to me, felt so scary. I didn't know how to talk to people. I didn't know how to look at people. I didn't know how to start talking to people. So yeah, at the age of 35, all them years of struggling since primary school, I have found out that I am autistic. So if I could have found out a long time ago, I could have had such a better life. I've been having problems ever since I was about 8 years old, since I can remember. And when I was at school, even trying to make friends, looking at my teacher if they wanted me to stand up in class or read anything out, that would make me that nervous that I would make sure that my mum thought I was ill and had to have the day off sick. Literally petrified. Like, for a child of that age to be so scared, and I just never knew what to say to people. And even though I did have friends, I just felt like the odd one out that never had anything to say. I always just agreed with people. I always just nodded my head and agreed with everything that they said. I never really had anything to say, and I never really had any interest in saying anything either. I'll never ever forget it, but at that age, I literally can remember wanting to die. And I can remember trying to drown myself in the bath, and I can remember trying to throw myself down the stairs because I couldn't cope with the worry of going to school. And as an adult now, I think, how sad is that? It's just awful. Like, for a little kid to be going through that just even makes me want to cry. And it was me, do you know? I don't know, it's just not nice. And I was just struggling with the whole world. It was too loud and too fast for me. Really didn't know how to communicate and I didn't know how to express how I was feeling because I was too young to even understand what I was feeling. But for a child of that age to consider death, but death to me at such a young age, that didn't really mean anything either. So I think that's why with my children, I won't lie, I'm obsessed in making sure that they're okay and getting them the help that they need, like as soon as possible, because unfortunately, yeah, they've got my genes and they do struggle, but I will fight all the way to make sure that they're happy, healthy, and if they're struggling with any mental health issues, I will do anything, even if it seems small to them. Oh, sorry, not small to them, small to me. It's massive to them. When you're a child, everything's massive. It's like, to an adult, you can get over it, you can cope, but to a child it's such a huge thing, and we've got to be really wary of that. That's the lesson I've learned anyway. If I can take anything out of my lesson of being diagnosed late, is to make sure that them little things that bother your children aren't little. Please don't say, oh, just get over it, because they're not little. They play on their little minds so much, and to them it's such a big deal, and they need help with it and support. Yeah, moving on, I went through high school, basically blended in, never did any work, didn't learn an absolute thing, didn't do any homework. The only good thing is I didn't get in trouble. I was quiet, did as I was told, and you know what, I made sure I was in the popular group so that I didn't get bullied. Wore loads of makeup and did the in thing, got in with the in crowd, and that's how I actually got by, to be honest with you. And that's probably this now. It's a mask. I've learned how to wear a mask all my life. As long as you try and fit in with everybody else and look the same, people will accept you. And now I don't feel, honestly, I don't have any body confidence. I don't know who I am. I don't know what my personality is like, and it's awful. And I have borderline personality disorder, autism and ADHD, and I just think, what hope have I got? Like, honestly, on a day-to-day basis, I struggle like hell. Remember, me and my partner were sat down at his mum and dad's house watching a programme about autism, and every single thing they mentioned, I was like, that's me. Honestly, that is me. And I thought to myself, do you know what? I've got to get checked for this, because my son's getting checked for it. And it all makes sense. It all clicked into place. And I'm so happy when my psychiatrist mentioned it. And now I've had the assessment and everything all falls into place, and I can kind of start unraveling all my life and kind of finding out who I am. It's not an excuse, it's just nice for people to understand why sometimes I need a break. Sometimes if I'm in a busy atmosphere, I need to go and take an hour out because it's too much for me. Sometimes I do have meltdowns. Sometimes I do have explosive anger. Sometimes I do need reminding what I'm doing. Do you know, I will openly admit I struggle in life, and unfortunately I seem to have all the disorders that you can get. and I just want to bring awareness to it, really, because it's really hard to bloody deal with. And just because I look like I do doesn't mean I don't struggle. People say, oh, you don't have autism the way you look, and I'm like, yes I do. It's just I've had 35 years of masking it, and to be fair, I absolutely love girly things. So this is what makes me happy, and this is what makes me feel good. And if I don't have all this on, I don't feel strong enough to get through the day. So if this is what I want to do, and this is what makes me feel good, then leave me to it. You know, it doesn't mean I suffer any less. I struggle with so many things in life every single day, and I need so much support. And I can't believe that my mum died 12 months ago, and I've only just found out I've got autism and ADHD, and that saddens me every day, because I just feel like my mum didn't know what was truly wrong, and she'll never understand. She used to think I used to have all these funny quirks, bless her, and if she was here today, she'd know why. But yeah, I am who I am, and I've only had the diagnoses in the past 12 months, onwards and upwards, I say, and I'm going to learn who I am, start loving who I am, and try and move forward and make a success of myself. So if this was any interest to anyone, please guys, thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel. It'll really help me out as a new YouTuber. And if you want to drop any comments, I will try my best to be as open and honest as I can with you all. Love you all. Bye.